feel that all the time. If something goes wrong, you want to have it fixed in a minute or two. And if things are complex, I could see that being rather frustrating, but you guys have started to lean out everything. What kind of stuff have you done?
Well, a good example is, we used to direct wire all of the components on the inside.
Okay.
And surprisingly or not surprising, when you go into a car wash that's been running for 20 years and you do a swap out or a change, you're touching a lot of those electrical components, electrical infrastructure that haven't been touched in a decade or two. And one of our biggest problems was the power quality. So moving away from direct wired components, we've integrated UPS systems into all of the pay stations.
What does the UPS mean?
Sorry, uninterruptible power supply. So basically a power conditioning unit coming into the pay station.
Does it have a battery as well?
Yep, we actually run the pay stations off of battery, and then the power is conditioned on the way in, with a perpetual charge on the battery.
That's a huge deal.
So one quick funny anecdote to that, we had our first site that went out, and it was Thursday night or Friday night. I was in the office with one of the team members, and the guy calls in, nothing's working. We're like, oh, we need a little more info on that. And we dig through, and he's like, oh yeah, I had a power hit at the site, nothing's working. Oh, let's take a look at that UPS. It did exactly what it was supposed to. It tripped the breaker, and all it required was a reset. But in the past, we know that would have fried multiple components.
Yeah, when you get a brownout and the voltages go different directions, computers don't like that.
Yeah, no, they do not. So that was it was a good win. It was a good anecdotal evidence of we're doing the right things. So that power conditioning, moving to all AC power plugs.
I can imagine that being a huge deal. I mean, being at car washes myself a lot too, you're right. The power, the wiring, everything is really old, and different areas of the country some have decent power, some have terrible power.
We've experienced some of each.
So basically, all the power's coming into a battery, then you're conditioning it, and then you're letting the battery power everything else. It's just a big conditioning unit like you would see at a high-end PC. If you're running a high-end PC, you want these power conditioners. And you guys are running the same thing in every pay station. So now you're getting clean power.
Yes.
That has to make a huge difference.
It's made a huge difference.
Yeah.
And then we moved away from the direct wiring. So now we do individual AC power drops for every component.
So AC, just like a normal plug like your house.
Plug it in, plug it out. If something does go bad, the process of swapping it out is now as simple as, hey, I can unplug it, probably a couple screws, bolts, put them on, plug it back in, up and running.
That's exciting.
That was, that was a huge change in the approach. Visually, it all looks the same.
Yeah,
but
behind
the inside,
scenes.
behind the scenes, that's where we've been spending a lot of time.
Awesome.